Hey guys, how's it going? I just want to go over some problems today. So you guys are having a little bit of a hard time simplifying imaginary numbers with positive and negative exponents. I put this little chart, it's from the video yesterday, on the class website, so you guys can kind of see these are kind of the most simple ways that we can express the exponents. The big thing, what all this really comes down to is being able to divide by 4. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys a couple different ways to do this. Pretty much what it comes down to is any I we get with an exponent. Take out my pen. Any I we get with an exponent, right? So if we have I to the 4th, right? Which we know, we said I to the 4th, a must-know thing is equal to 1, right? And again, put that on your chart, right? Your chart right here, I to the 4th is 1. Okay, so if you see I to the 4th, it is 1. So if I get any number, like I to the 8th, I to the 8th, if we break it down, is I to the 4th times I to the 4th, right? So really what that means is that this is just 1 times 1, okay? So any number you see here that you can divide by 4 evenly, then you will get 1 as an answer, okay? So just to show you guys, something like this. I to the 4th, I to the 8th, I to the 12th. Right? Just keep going up your 4's times tables. I to the 20th, I to the 24th. I to the 28th, right? All of these are 1. Okay? Any exponent that you can divide evenly by 4 is going to equal 1. Okay? It's everything else that we're really worried about. Okay? So when you're given other numbers, what you really want to do is you want to take them and look for either a remainder or the decimal. So what if I said I to the 15th. Now 15 is not divisible by 4. 15 divided by 4 is equal to 3, right? And then you either have a remainder of 3, or sometimes we express as a decimal. You might say 3.75. Well, what we're really worried about is that remainder of 3, because what that means is this is I to the 4th times I to the 4th times I to the 4th times I to the 3rd, right? 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? So, well, we don't care about these because this is 1 times 1 times 1. So all we're really concerned about is that remainder, okay? So that's I to the 3rd. If we go into our little chart over here, we'll say, well, I to the 3rd is negative I. That is your answer, okay? Another way of doing this is taking that remainder there, right? So we're going to turn around and say, all right, well, what is 15 divided by 4? Okay. And seeing that it ends in 0.75, right? We see that it ends in 0.75 right there. You can also go back to your chart and see if it ends in 0.75 and it's positive, the answer is negative I, okay? So again, we can either go by the remainder, right? The remainder right here, or we can go by the decimal answer we get at the end. Okay. So again, we'll talk about these kind of as we go through them, but it's definitely something that we can work with. Okay. All right. So let's go through some problems. Okay. Nothing crazy today. All right. I to the 3rd. And I'm sorry. I know my screen is kind of jammed up here, but I'm trying to fit everything I would normally fit on a smart board on a regular computer monitor. So I'm trying to keep this here and this here. My calculator over here just refuses to get over there. Okay, so I to the 3rd. Rule you have to know. I to the 3rd, negative I. Okay, so just keep this with you. Okay, I to the 2nd. I to the 2nd, negative 1. Okay, I to the 4th, you have to know is 1. Okay, you have to know I to the 4th is 1. I to the 5th. Now again, I to the 5th if I divide 5 by 4, 4 goes into 5 once, and there's a remainder of 1. Okay? So when we talk about that remainder, all we know is that it's I to the first power, or I. So this is your remainder number right here, right? Or another thing we could do is we could say 5 divided by 4, and we could say, hey, your remainder is 8.25, right? So same thing here. Your answer is going to be I. Okay? I to the 6th. 6 divided by 4 is 1 with a remainder of 2. Since my remainder is 2, my answer is negative I. Again, if I want to do 6 divided by 4, another different way to do it, you see my remainder is 0.5. Remainder of 0.5 means negative 1. Okay? Again, I to the 10th, we take I to the 10th. 10 divided by 4 is 2 with a remainder of 2. So since your remainder is 2, we know our answer is negative 1. Okay? Again, I to the 98th power. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because how many times is 4 going to 98? A little bit tricky, right? So 98 divided by 4 is 24 and a half, right? Which means we have a remainder of 2. So 0.5, I go over here, my little 0.5 right here, and that tells me my answer is going to be negative 1. Okay? Again, 39 divided by 4 is going to be that. And what's my remainder? 0.75. 0.75 means my answer is negative I. So negative I. Again, think about that. 39 divided by 4 is 9 with a remainder of 3, right? So 3 or 0.75 like we got with the decimal. And that's going to be us right there. 891. Well, your guess is as good as mine. 891. Oops. 891 divided by 4. Again, what's my remainder? 0.75. 0.75 means my answer again is negative I. Again, the numbers, I mean, it's great that they're fantastic. 453 divided by 4. What do we got? 0.25, right? We don't really care about this number. 0.25 means my answer is going to be I. How are we doing on time? Okay. Negative 1. Okay, so our rules for negative 1 are a little bit different. So again, if we have a negative 1 as an exponent, okay, what we need to look to are, again, the decimals, but we have to be careful because they're going to kind of go in reverse here, right? You see how we have kind of this symmetry where it's 2.5, 0.5, 0.75, right? But this one still goes down up. So again, we'll take negative 1 divided by 4, right? And what's my result? Negative 0.25. Therefore, my answer will be negative I. Okay, again, to the negative 2 power right here is going to be negative 1. Again, if you forget that rule, again, what's negative 2 divided by 4? And you're going to get negative 0.5 is your answer. That's going to be negative 1. So again, let's think of some bigger ones. Negative 3, again, is going to be I. I want to get some bigger numbers here. To negative 10. So negative 10, again, divided by 4. It's all about dividing by 4. Negative, and then there's a 0.5 at the end. So negative and the 0.5 means my answer is going to be negative 1. Again, if you want the specifics for why this works, please watch yesterday's video. It goes over very much in detail, and if that helps you, that's great. I have the negative 9. Again, negative 9 divided by 4. Oops. Negative 9 divided by 4 is negative, and it ends in 0.25. So negative and ends in 0.25. I should have negative I is my answer. Okay, so that's about all it takes. I don't think it gets, so negative 19, again, negative 19 divided by 4. Again, let's take a look. It's negative and ends in 0.75. It's negative and ends in 0.75. The answer is I. Okay, So again, you guys should be able to take it from there. Please try these, and please, like I said, keep this kind of handy and next to you. Like I said, I opened it up in a separate window. If you just want to write them down on a piece of paper and keep it with you, that's fine too. But it's a good little chart to have with you when you're trying to solve these problems. Okay. So anyway, guys, take it easy. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll talk to you on Monday.